Hey, what's going on, everyone? How you guys doing today? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is a video that I thought would be really funny to make because it's absolutely true. I am being blackmailed or extorted, however you want to approach it, however you want to say it. It's happening over something that is truly, truly funny, truly hysterical, and completely a non-issue. Except this person is now trying to make it an issue. So I thought, why not have a little bit of fun at their expense? Why not talk about it? Why not laugh about it? And we can all see the absurdity of everything that is going on. But before we dive into it, let me crack my drink here. Let me just get that nice little beer going on. I need to have something to sip on while we talk about all this. So, let me first start off by saying that there are times, and I know this is going to be tough for some of you out there to believe, that I can be a stubborn asshole. And I admit this. I'm an asshole from time to time. It happens. It definitely happens. And I have some hot takes that sometimes anger some people. That is very true. And that happened the other day, which is why we're going to be talking today about one Daniel Richtman. Now, if you don't know who Daniel Richtman is, that's okay. He is a Twitter influencer and writer, according to CNBC, although you're not going to see much out of him in regards to writing, from what I can gather. And he's got about 85,000 followers on Twitter. So you might be asking yourself, what exactly does Daniel do? Well, Daniel is a scooper. He's a scoopster. He's a guy who apparently has a lot of inside connections to Hollywood. He's got a lot of inside pull. He's got the deets. He's got the connections, and he puts this on his Patreon. He puts it behind a paywall where he charges upwards of $10 a month for full access. He's got 221 patrons. Now, this normally wouldn't be an issue. This normally wouldn't be a problem, except that the other day I put together a video talking about the Ahsoka Tano live action series in development, the rumor of that for Disney Plus, and I questioned where Daniel got the information because I was able to source that particular story to 3 days prior to coming out of fandomwire.com and being written by Andy Signor. So I simply just posed the question where he got it and if he took it and if he kind of claimed it as his own. It's speculation. Yeah, sure, it's a little bit on the jerky side, I fully admit. But, I mean, no one else was talking about it until Daniel posted it on his Patreon, and then all of a sudden it became hot goss around the comic book entertainment blog sphere. And so when you think about that, it's really no big deal, right? Not a lot of people saw the video. I think it's currently sitting at less than 800 views. Not a lot of people saw it, but apparently Daniel saw it and he wasn't happy with it. So this is the DM that I got from Daniel this morning. He sent me this morning. It says here, "Sup, bro? Someone showed me your video about me. I guess you probably don't remember this, but this is what you told me about Mikey Sutton a few months back. I usually don't share DMs. That's shitty, but I might make an exception this one time. Smiley face. If you video, I might recare." So here is a Twitter influencer who is upset at a hot take I had in a video that wasn't seen by many people, threatening my friendship with Mikey Sutton, of all people. Mikey Sutton. How crazy is that? That he's that upset about that. So what's the first thing I did when he sent me this? I screen capped it and I sent it to Mikey to let him know, because at the time of this particular conversation with Daniel, this was back in October 21st, 2019. I didn't know Mikey then. I didn't know Mikey then really well at all. I know him now, but I questioned his credibility. And if you've ever listened to me mention Mikey Sutton in a video, and the scoops that he talks about and maybe things that he's given me, I always say his name and I always say take with a grain of salt. Always. I did it yesterday. I did a video on the Snyder Cut that he gave me exclusive info on yesterday, and I said take this with a grain of salt, as I always do, because in this regard, this is where ethics lie. Well, apparently I triggered Daniel something fierce, because Daniel has been having it out for Mikey for a while now. He's had it out for him. He's been kind of subtweeting him on Twitter pretty often. He likes to go out there and fire off pot shots, calling into question Mikey's credibility and things along those lines. And I mean, we can see here that he has, he's been. These are a couple tweets I was able to find really quick just by doing a quick search, by mentioning Mikey by name, but he's done a lot more. He likes to call into question everything that Mikey has done, everything Mikey says. They will do screenshots from Mikey's group, mocking him openly on Twitter. And so he tried to come out and to destroy a friendship that I have with Sutton, which I find to be just absolutely reprehensible. I do. Look, you can not like my take any way you want. I don't really care about that. I have a lot of dumb takes on the internet. This is YouTube. We say stupid things all the time. But if you're going to come to me and you're going to make idle threats, like legitimately idle threats about this, this is where I'm going to laugh, and this is where I'm going to showcase this, because I'll showcase the whole DM thread. I don't care. I normally don't share DMs either, but you made the threat, so I'm going to now talk about this. It goes back all the way to October 19th, right around that same time. He hit me up. We talked for a little bit about Mikey Sutton's group, because he's fishing for information about Mikey Sutton, a person with whom he has been kind of obsessed with for the past, what appears to be 7-8 months. And so we start talking about this, him and like Lords of the Long Box, because Mikey likes to give them a lot of information, and they're friends and they're good guys. And so, we start talking here a little bit, we talk a bit about the scoops and everything else, but then we keep talking and he's just trying to get information out of me. Right. And so he just wants to know more. We talked a bit about Geeks and Gamers in the quartering, because he was asking about other channels that cover scoops or whatever. And I said these guys generally don't care about what they cover. They just cover it for clicks and for cash. And I'm openly critical of them. And they openly say this. So that's not any kind of extra criticism there. I don't give a shit. But then he says here, what do you think about Mikey? Do you think he's reliable? And I said, honestly, I don't know. I mean, it's nice to discuss in theory. This is October 20th, 2019. I wasn't actively talking to Mikey around that time. I had only recently come into knowledge of him when one of my supporters, one of my viewers, had sent me one of his scoops, and I talked about it. And then I ended up joining Mikey's group, and we chit-chatted back and forth a little bit, and that was really about it. But I didn't know the guy, so I didn't know about his credibility. I don't, as I always say, take with a grain of salt. And I was saying that back then. I'm saying that now. And I talk to Mikey almost every day, and I still say it, and he knows I say it. So it's not a big deal. And then, he's trying to discredit scoops here and everything. And this is the whole thing, because he says it's like he's not even trying to make it seem believable. And I say, look, in some cases it feels like educated guessing, and others it feels far-fetched. And that is true. I say that about quite literally every scoop I come across. I'll look at something someone says, and I'm like, okay, that seems legit. That seems kind of far-fetched. That seems maybe it could, kind of be out there in left field. Who knows? We don't know. Right now, there's been such a massive production shutdown on everything that we really don't know what the hell is going on in Hollywood. And people like Daniel, who have turned it into a business to sell you these things behind a paywall, clearly isn't too happy with me. But it's not like I don't call out other people as well. This is a video I put out a while back called Why Disney Won't Put Black Widow on VOD. And in it, I talk about Grace Randolph from Beyond the Trailer, who was hearing that it was going to go to VOD, and Jeremy Conrad of MCU Cosmic, DCEU, I think DCEU Mythic, and Star Wars something or another. He runs a couple of these different blogs. And now he was saying that he had also put that information about Black Widow going to VOD behind a Patreon paywall, and he used Grace Randolph as a corroboration of his sourcing, but he used her as the main source and then corroborated that scoop with his own scoop that was hidden behind a paywall. And I criticize that as well, because it's just like, look, this is their business. That's fine. This is their business model. I'm okay with that. But I'm still going to criticize it, because I feel like you're not posting the information publicly. You're using it in order to kind of act as a gatekeeper, in order to get a lot of play, get a lot of press, and get more people to support you financially. And like, again, that's your hustle by all means. That's your hustle. It's cool. But I'm still going to sit there and call out what I think is just kind of practices. And that's basically what this was. So Daniel getting mad at me for criticizing his hustle and then threatening me with extortion and blackmail is ridiculous. Because here's the thing, guys. I went and I looked it up in the state of Washington, where I'm from. So, according to Washington state legislator, this could be considered malicious mischief in the first degree because it's designed to rupture a relationship and cause actual harm to a relationship that I have or to my business. And this is considered something in the state that could be considered a malicious, mischief in the first degree. It's a felony. It's a felony. Now, I don't know if what he is saying is, if this could be construed as a felony. I don't know necessarily if this is something that could be legally actionable, but the threat is there. And I just thought it was, again, I thought the whole thing was pretty goddamn hysterical to me. As soon as I got that info, I just started laughing my damn ass off because this isn't the first time someone on YouTube has made an attempt at me. This really isn't the first time someone on YouTube has made an attempt at me. A few months ago, I talked about Mecha Random 42 threatening to sue me and file a restraining order against me because I criticized her for not watching a movie that she had been shit talking on a live stream. That was simply it. That was it. And she threatened me with legal action and a restraining order. And it was funny. And it was funny. And that is precisely where we are with this situation right here. What you have is you have a person who is upset that I criticize them, that I criticize their business model. Because a person, and then I said in the video that Mikey Sutton does it for free. He doesn't hide any of this behind a paywall. He does it for free. And that triggered him to the point of trying to come at me with an extortion/blackmail plot. It's the most ridiculous shit I can think of, which only tells me that right now business ain't that good, and he doesn't want anyone to know he's full of crap. All it does to me is showcase that he's absolutely 100% full of crap, and it's pretty funny to me. So it's pretty funny. John here says, so what is the blackmail? You can't blackmail a person that doesn't give a fuck. Yeah, 100%. I don't care. Like, I don't care. You sent me that info. I sent it right to Mikey. And Mikey knows that I'm always like suspicious of a lot of stuff. So there's that. It doesn't matter. Anyway, it's just ridiculous. It's absolutely, just ridiculous. So, it's all funny to me. That's all I wanted to talk about. It was just to have a little bit of laughing at it, have a little bit of fun with it, because what we have here is a person who got extremely triggered. And according to Inhuman Quake here, Daniel just needs to stop just being a bully. And he is. That's being a bully. That's not liking me criticizing their game. I criticize a lot of people's game, and people criticize my game all the time. This is YouTube. This is kind of how it goes. All right. Like, I didn't flag anybody, so you can't use that as an argument. But no, it is what it is. It's just hysterical to me. And so I have to give Daniel a little bit of credit because there's nothing else that I really wanted to talk about. So he just gave me this nice little present in my DMs. Let's see here. Nick here says people are giving away a better product for free. He's just threatened. Yep, 100%. Lexi here says, why wouldn't you be suspicious of scoops no matter who says it? That's called critical thinking. I know. I mean, I get sent scoops occasionally from sources of people that I don't even know. And I don't run with it because I don't know what it is. And I don't want to sit there and like just run with whatever. If someone out there is putting their name to it, like Mikey or Daniel, and I'll give Daniel the credit, they put their name to it. That's fine. Like, it's a different scenario, but you still have to approach it with a grain of salt mentality. And that's exactly what I do. And anyone who watches me frequently knows this. Maverick here says absolutely redonkulous, 100%. Let's see. Garrick here says, has Daniel broken anything big in the movie world? I don't know. If you go on to I think it's like the Marvel spoiler subreddit, they'll call out a lot of these guys, they run these scoops all the time and they get a lot of stuff wrong. They get a lot of stuff wrong. Umberto Gonzalez talked about the Snyder Cut screening, and a lot of people were calling in his previous DCEU scoops that didn't turn out to be accurate. And there's a whole listing of this that I did showcase because people get this kind of stuff wrong. Information flows, but it's not always what comes to fruition. This is Hollywood. This is how the entertainment system works. And right now, there's going to be so much stuff in quote unquote development that we don't know, we don't know what's real. We don't know what's not until it comes to our door. And so that's the whole point. Anyway, let's see. Daniel probably writes for We Got This Covered. Yeah, maybe. Jordan here says, seeing this is the best laugh I've had all day. Yeah, I was chuckling as I had to go run errands and come back and get the thing ready. I was laughing the whole way through. Let's see. Poor Daniel threatening DM releases is all he has. Yeah, yeah. And it was like it was mild and it was milk toast and it was nothing of value. It was me saying like, yeah, some things seem kind of far fetched. Some things may not be accurate. Who knows? Who knows? Oh my God. Yeah, and the 23rd of May is coming. On the 23rd of May is Mikey Sutton's birthday, and he gave a whole bunch of scoops to a whole bunch of people, and we're doing this big scoop jam on the 23rd. I have an exclusive Star Wars scoop that I'll be talking about, and a lot of other people are going to have stuff. And here's the thing, and I'll be honest with you, like, I'm going to talk about it because he gave it to me, and like he asked me to be involved in this, and I'm 100% on board to help him out because he's a cool guy. He's a very nice guy. He's very opening and friendly to a lot of people. Anyone who wants to talk with him, he'll talk with. He's a really good dude. And it's his birthday, so he wants me involved in this thing for his birthday, and that's actually really nice. So I want to help him out. But I'll say it right now, and he's listening right now too. Take what he tells me with an absolute grain of salt. If you like it, cool. If you don't like it, cool. It's just news I'm passing along. That's it. Take what he says with a grain of salt. You can believe him or not believe him. That's entirely up to you. It's entirely your prerogative, and that is where it is. That is where it is. And I've said this publicly. I've said this. I think I've even said it to Mikey. So it is what it is. It just cracks me the hell up. Let's see here. Pop Culture Minefield says, Keith and I don't criticize other analysis shows. Well, people do. Xbox says the Snyder Cut is fake. That's a lie, sir. That's a lie, and you know it. Let's see here. Garrick here says, I don't care about scoops unless there's ice cream involved, 100%. So yeah, 100%, dude. 100%. I like ice cream scoops. I'm a big boy. So there is what it is. But that's really all that's going on, guys. This isn't going to be a long stream. We'll talk for a few more minutes. I've got to get back to work on stuff. But I thought this was funny, and I thought this was worth having a conversation with you guys. We could all laugh at it together because this is sad. This is sad and it's pathetic. And I'm not looking to cancel Daniel. I'm not looking to destroy his career. I'm not looking to do nothing like that. The guy's got his hustle. His hustle is his hustle. But don't you come at me like a bitch, right? Because I criticized you and threatened to expose me. I've been exposed, okay? I know what that's like. I mean, I called my dad to tell him, and he's just like, wait, what? Other people, he knows about the death threats that have been mailed to my home. He knows about the cum-spattered photos people have sent of my face. He knows about all the things people have fucking done over the years. The swatting, the harassment. Dude, I've gotten the worst of what YouTube can offer you in regards to backlash over shit. Some of it warranted, most of it not. Do you really think I give a shit about mild, milquetoast, banal criticism of a person who I barely knew at the time? And that's your threat? I mean, come the hell on. My God. Anyway, here's a... Let's see here. Maybe Daniel can collaborate with Mike Zero. Yeah, that seems about right at this particular point. That seems about right. So it's just, it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. All I'm saying is if you want to fucking be cool. If you're going to put shit out there, it's going to get criticized. All right. That is literally just the way the world works. Speculating about where something came from is not the end of the world. No one saw it. Daniel. No one saw it. Period. Less than 800 people saw that video. It was one of my worst performing videos. No one cared. But you cared. And it caused you to commit what could be considered a felony. Because I have a relationship with Mikey Sutton that could, who knows, one day turn into something where there's business related. You attempting to expose me could impact me financially. And that is with willful intent, unless I delete a video. So there's an ultimatum there. Unless I delete a video. Let's be fair on that front. That is really what it boils down to. It's not, I'm going to leak the DMs. It's if you do not delete this extremely ill-watched video, then I'm going to punish you by putting this out there. Okay. There we go, guys. That is the way. That is what's going on here. That is the world we live in. Let's see. Anyway, so yeah, there's not much else going on. There's not much else happening with this. Uh, you guys just have to at least appreciate this with me a little bit. A little bit. You got to appreciate this with me. It's got to be. It's pretty funny. It's pretty. You got to admit, like this is lame. It's lame. It's stupid, and I'm going to talk about it because it's lame and it's stupid. Like, look, if you hit me up and you're like, I don't appreciate the video, that's one thing. That's one thing. I get that. Fine. You don't like my take. I get it. It's fine. But this is a whole other level. To quote someone that I used to know, it's bitch made, is what it is. It's bitch made. And for some reason, a lot of people have thin skin, myself included. Man, we got to really work on that. That's the thing. Like I will admit, I get thin skin sometimes. Right? It's blown up in my face in the past. I will fully admit that. I will acknowledge it. There's a lot of public record of that. But you got to acknowledge, but you got to work on yourself and realize that not everything is worth threatening a Class B felony. So it be what it be. It absolutely be what it be. Lawsuit time. Everyone gets a lawsuit. Yeah, Izzy. I'm not going to do a lawsuit. I don't care. I don't care enough to do a lawsuit. I just think it's funny. I just think the whole thing is goddamn funny. Anyway, guys. Yeah, there we go, Curtis. At the end of every video, have a pre-recorded cut. Just a reminder, Daniel RPK tried to extort me to remove a video he didn't like. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, all right, guys. Well, that's all I got right now. I thought that was funny. It seems we're all in on this. We're having a good time. If you want to do me a solid, slap that like. Come on in and have a good time. I think the link to the Discord is also in the video. It will be in the video description here in a second. If you guys want to come on and chit chat in the Discord, I'm usually lurking in there and chit chat and whatnot. As always, look for more content later. I might do another live stream later on tonight. We'll talk to you guys all later. Again, thank you again so much for being here. You guys rock. Have yourself a great day and peace the hell out.